Hello, everyone. I'm Larry.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And give him a gain of 37.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, and this will be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in a running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Brandon Cooks. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defense. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Eluding the pressure right. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Let's go! On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you can get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets them up first and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with touchdown number 7. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Second down now after the pass completion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. He'll drop nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Come on, let's go!
They go play action here on first down. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Thought he may have gotten away with one there, but the ref caught him, and it's holding. They'll look to throw here on first down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Play action. They'll throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still third down.
They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer. On that play, use his speed to get there in the run game.
He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you hand it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down. And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We're back now in KC. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. They come out here in the aisle. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. How often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Flushed out right. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
Holding. Defense.
So the defensive holding penalty here, Charles.
You get outside of 5 yards downfield and you get grabby with an offensive player, the flag will come out every time.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with. they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go!
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly. Wise beyond his years. So for New Orleans, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head down to San Diego for a matchup with the Chargers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching.